Hi there, Stan, the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent licensed in all 50 states. So glad you joined me today because this topic actually originated from a client that, when he first explained it to me, I'm like, I did a Scooby-Doo. I'm like, whoop, whoop. I'm like, whoop. But the more I listen, I'm like, well, okay, that kind of makes sense. And ever since then, there's been more than a handful of people that's utilized the strategy after I told them about it. And there's been a couple that's proactively talked to me about it as well. It's called the MYGA ladder cash out strategy. We're going to talk about that after this. Okay, so let's break down MYGA ladder cash out strategy. So MYGA is the annuity industry version of a CD, Multi-Year Guarantee Annuity. If you go to my site at theannuityman.com, we have a live feed. You can pull your state and duration, and you can see what those guarantees are, okay, for that specific duration. Do not make it any more complex than a CD. It's the annuity industry's version of a CD, so that's a MYGA. MYGA ladder means that you're buying different durations. Give you an example. Let's just say you had $300,000. You say, I want a MYGA ladder. We might do a 3-year MYGA, $100,000 in a 3-year MYGA, $100,000 in a 5-year MYGA, $100,000 in a 7-year MYGA. So that's the laddering. So you're having money coming due at different durations, etc. The cash out part of it is very interesting. So you got MYGA, you got ladder. We all understand MYGAs. We all understand ladders. What's the cash out? The cash out is this. There's a lot of you out there that has specific needs at specific periods of times that you need lump sums. Everyone's situation is different. Annuities either fit, they don't fit, but they are contractually guaranteed. So if you need the contractual guarantees, then we can do these type of unicorn strategies to see if it fits for you. But this is what this gentleman wanted to do. He had specific things in his life that he needed lump sums for, and it was like a 3-year, a 5-year, a 7-year, and a 10-year duration. So what we did is we bought those 4 durations, 3, 5, 7, and 10, and we split the money evenly. And what he did at the end was instead of either, taking the money and moving it back to wherever it came from, IRA, non-IRA, Roth IRA, or rolling it to another MYGA, you can do that in IRA, non-IRA, Roth IRA, non-taxable event, and all of them. What he said, which was interesting, is, no, Stan, the annuity man, and he talked like that. No, he really didn't, but he should have. I want to cash it out. Send me the cash. Have the annuity company send me the proceeds. So at the end of year 3, he didn't touch the interest. You can get some that you can take the interest out or 10% annually. But what he said, I want the money to compound. I want the interest to compound. But at the end, I want to cash it out, check sent to me. I've got a specific place that needs to go. And then at the 5-year time, same thing. Grows for 5 years, cash it out, send me the money. 7 years, grows for 7 years, tax deferred, compounding, cash it out, and the same thing for the 10. MYGA cash out laddering strategy. Pretty interesting. And you might have a situation where that makes sense. Now let me give you some background to that. Now, at the time of this taping, check the date, MYGA rates are very competitive. They're at 20-year plus highs. And when compared to CDs, and we love CDs, we just don't sell them, if your duration is less than 3 years that you need to lock in, then go buy CDs, okay? Go buy them at the banks or the large firms online, etc. But if your duration that you want to lock in the guarantee is more than 3 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10, then multi-year guarantee annuities, MYGAs, are typically going to provide the highest contractual guaranteed yield, actual yield, for those durations. So if you have a specific goal that's 3 years and out, like this gentleman did, and a lot of other people since then that have used the MYGA cash out strategy, then this might work for you because let's just look at a couple of scenarios. If you use IRA money, you're not getting double tax deferral, it's tax deferred anyway. But in a lot of cases, people are using the MYGA cash out strategy for non-qualified, non-IRA money. Why is that important? That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked that. With CDs in a non-IRA account, you have to pay taxes on the interest earned every single year. With MYGAs, multi-year guarantee annuities, the interest grows tax deferred. It does not make them better than CDs. Let's be very clear. But in a non-qualified account, you're pushing the tax puck down the ice for all you hockey people out there, or kicking the tax can down the road, all you North Carolinians out there, or Carolinians, where I'm from, you're deferring the taxes. It's growing and compounding tax deferred. So when you get to the end of the duration and you need to cash it out, then you can, and at that point in time, you're paying taxes. If it's non-qualified, you're paying taxes on the interest that you earn. Here's the other good part about the MYGA cash-out strategy. Let's just say you go into a four-pronged ladder, 3, 5, 7, 10-year. It doesn't have to be that, so don't hang on that. I'm gonna give you the example. 3, 5, 7, and 10-year MYGA ladder, and you're gonna cash it in at each of those durations. When you get to the end of the duration, my team's gonna be in touch with you 60 days prior to the money coming due and say, what do you want to do? The great part about this is you're not locked into cashing it out. You might get to that 3-year duration and say, yeah, let's cash this one out, send me the money as planned. Then we might get to the 5-year, 2 years later, we call you up and say, hey, what do you want to do? Do you still want to cash it out? You might have come to a fork in the road moment and you say, no, I really don't want to cash it in. Let's roll it to another higher yielding MYGA if we can find that, non-taxable event transfer, and just keep going and building the ladder. So in other words, you're not locked into the strategy of cashing it out, but you can go into the strategy of cashing it out knowing exactly what you're going to have at the end of the duration. So you learned something new today, which is my job, Stan the Annuity Man, the edutainment czar of the annuity industry, education plus entertainment, edutainment, to put things in your head on how these products can contractually work for your specific situation, because there's no one size fits all. And when you go to my site at theannuityman.com and book a call, you're going to most likely get someone else. You might get me, doubt it, but you might. If you do, I guess you've either won the lottery or lost it. We'll find that out. But what we're going to do is listen to you. We're going to use our ears and mouth in proportion 2 to 1. We're going to try to figure out the best solution for you. So I encourage you to go to my site, theannuityman.com. Run quotes using our calculators, read, watch, all that stuff. It is for you, the consumer. It is not for agents and advisors. The book a call is for you, the consumer. It is not for agents and advisors. Okay, we are direct to you, the consumer. We work with pretty much every carrier out there to get the highest contractual guaranteed quotes, because these are commodities and you own annuities for what they will do, not what they might do, and the will do is the contractual guarantee. So that's the MYGA cash out laddering strategy. Pretty unique, pretty cool. Kudos to the people out there that actually told Stan the Annuity Man about that. I'm always thinking, and there's a lot of smart people out there, and once they understand where I'm headed, which is contractual guarantees only, I'm open to ideas. Now, typically, I've thought of most of them, but in this case, kudos to my clients. They came up with something that I thought was unique. I thought through it. It does make sense, and it might make sense for you. My name is Stan the Annuity Man. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man YouTube video.